agenda. Any additions or deletions to the agenda?
Yes, we have a few. First, I would like to take off the unofficial election results that I have under, under new business. And instead, just after the consent agenda, add canvas election results and resolution 2024-18 certifying the results of the election.
Those go under the consent agenda?
Correct. And then under administration business, I would like to add David Drone filing reports for us, Emma, electronic municipal market access, and I'll explain that. That should go under administration business.
David Brown.
And then under new business, I would like to add an update on the disaster response recovery meeting.
You would like to add what?
Disaster response recovery meeting, an update on that.
Okay. Did you have anything else, Ken?
I don't, I believe Al does.
Okay.
If we could add diggity ticket that I got a couple of days ago, we could get in, basically it's in your, just add it under the police department.
Anything else? Okay, moving on. Consent agenda. That would be A through D with the addition that we just added.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented with the addition?
I will make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Next item is planning and zoning.
Actually, the canvassing board should be after, should be now after the consent agenda.
I thought we put that on the consent agenda.
After.
After, okay. Canvassing board.
So I gave you each copy of the summary. It's the pages. I'm trying to see what it says on the first page. It says abstract of votes cast in the precincts of the city of Mountain. And that's the election results.
Okay.
And those, the results are spelled out in resolution 2024-18.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve as presented?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second? I'll second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Okay.
One question.
Okay.
Is there any way to know what the write-ins were,
Who they were, you mean?
who they were, yes?
I don't think there is.
Yes,
Is there?
actually, yes, there is a summary. I do have it. I don't have it with me right now, but I can get that to you.
Okay.
I don't think, I'm just checking to see if I do have it with me. I don't. But I did print it out, and I do have a copy of it. I can get it to each of you if you'd like.
Okay.
Okay. And moving on, planning and zoning.
All right, well, we just have our scheduled meeting for Monday, the 18th. Do you have a question?
No,
Oh.
I'm just listening.
I've talked to Coyote today, I haven't heard back from him yet. I didn't really have anything for it yet, and I don't know if he does either, because he hasn't replied.
Coyote was in today. There is a public hearing for the amendment to the land use ordinance that was voted on at the last council meeting, section 10, about the fines for, I can't remember exactly what the wording was, but that public hearing will be at that planning and zoning meeting.
Oh, okay.
For doubling the fines if
Yes.
we're not fines.
Right.
So that's gonna be brought up at the next.
Planning and zoning meeting Monday.
And that's all I have.
Okay, the planning and zoning meeting on the 18th, and then there was the
Is it the 18th or
comprehensive plan,
18th.
and there was a comprehensive plan meeting on the 19th. That was a committee meeting.
Correct.
Okay. Anybody have anything else for the planning and zoning? Moving on, fire department business. Page 12.
I will say we interviewed 3 people. Well, I guess I'll leave it at that.
That was kind of my thought too. I think that's well enough said, Steve.
Okay, so,
Brad did ask me to put it on the agenda to request approval for new hire. I haven't heard from him. I didn't know he wasn't gonna be here.
Sure. So, can we just table that then, or?
Request approval for what?
Not here, hire, but he's not here.
I mean, did he say 1, 2, or 3?
No, he just asked me to put it on the agenda. I thought he would be here.
Okay.
so why don't we just move on by that, and if he comes before we adjourn the meeting, we can back up to the fire department then. Otherwise, I don't think we know who that new hire would be. Okay. Moving on, police department business.
I reported on page 13. Basically, a total of 60 calls for the month of October, total of 540 calls for the year. That's my mileage of the old squad, and I had 1 call out from home. The new squad is here, as you guys can see, it is in use. Had a lot of compliments on it, definitely a nice looking squad, not that makes the police department, but it does look nice.
It reflects very well upon you and the
You haven't had it for repairs yet, no?
No, don't even say that. You don't have any questions on that, then we'll move on to the 2020 police squad. Pillager had spoke to me a couple months ago, just as you know, back when you guys hired me, we lost the position. Villager did the same thing. They got rid of one position and just hired a full-time chief. So both of us ended up with the extra squad. Originally, we were gonna, me and him had talked, the chief had talked about, seeing if we could like maybe do a contract to kind of help both departments out on the extra squad. Like I say, if he gets in a crash, he can use it, or if we end up getting a crash or something happens to our squad and it's down that we need an extra squad, we can use it. And then we were gonna do like split the insurance costs, split the, maintenance costs, and kind of do a contract. Since then, he's come back and said, Al, my squad is not doing well, the old squad, he would prefer we used ours, so I didn't know how you guys felt about that. We thought about getting it stripped, having it tow unmarked black, and then, if I needed a squad, I can use ours, and if he needed one, he could use one, and use ours. Also, police could use it for going training if they want. It'd just be nice, we don't really have an access to another squad if one does go down, and anything can happen, you never know, you know. So that's up to you guys, it's fully functionable for a squad. The only thing we took out would be the camera system. I felt rather than have 2 camera systems and 2 licenses, one is enough, and we wear the body cameras anyhow, so that would justify it, or whatever little bit we're gonna use it. Otherwise, everything else is in there, so. I called Froggies, and they would charge, I think they said $95 an hour to get the squad stripped down. They're the ones that put the graphics on it. And they figured between 3 and 4 hours would probably take to take all that off. I thought, well, if you guys are interested in doing a contract with them, with Villager, we asked that they pay for half of it. So they could pay for half of taking the graphics off, pay for half of the insurance, and also oil change maintenance on it. But then we'll just have it in there that if they get in a crash, they're responsible to fix it, and if we get in a crash, we are. So that's up to you guys. I don't know what you guys want to do with it, or do you want to just sell it as is?
So if we went with Villager, then you and him would actually work out who would get it when, and so.
We'd have it here, but let's say we shouldn't need it, but you never know. I mean, if he got in a crash and or something happened to his motor where he needed to have a car for a couple of weeks, he could come over and use this one.
So our options are to have it for use for us and Villager together, or to strip it down and sell it.
Correct.
What would you recommend?
Well, I think it'd be a good idea to have one. I mean, whether it's theirs or ours. And the fact that he said his dead every time he comes in there, and starting to see some maintenance issues, maybe we're smarter to keep ours, you know. I don't know. I would recommend, I mean, I kind of like the idea, just because if I do need a squad, where do I go? I go to Morrison County, but half the time they don't have a squad. You know, they're kind of hesitant borrowing there. So.
I like the idea of having a backup.
I do too.
Absolutely.
The only thing is there any concern about with the insurance being from 2 cities?
Actually, the insurance is the same insurance. I mean, there's through the leagues of Minnesota.
Okay.
But I would just, involve Tammy on that, whatever it costs us for it, they would pay half of that.
I just meant if there was an accident,
Right.
he's driving. and it was-
We would have to talk to the ambulance about that.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
So you would just take the graphics off the city of Montley and have it
Just have it black.
Mhm.
That way if
in
somebody.
storage for backup?
Yep.
Okay.
What's the approximate value if we sold it?
I'm merely guessing, but if we sold it as a squad car, the problem is it has a lot of idle hours, it doesn't have any miles, 74 something, or 75,000 miles on it, but the idle hours are extreme. I don't know, 20,000 maybe? 25 maybe, I don't know.
And we could never get a backup vehicle for that price. When it's already something that belongs to them.
Well, it's kind of nice that the radio, we paid for all that stuff is there. If we needed it, we could use it, where you buy a plane car. Like during the squad transition, I used my personal car for a day or two. they recommend not to do that, but what do you do when you need a car?
Okay, somebody would like to make a motion?
Well, I'll just say, I heard what everybody said, but this is just my concern. Don't you think it's a lot of money to be carrying as a backup when we have a brand new car? Not only the potential's 20 grand, but then carrying the insurance on it also. To me, it seems excessive.
And,
It's a brand new vehicle.
and I get that, but what happened, you know, there's, every vehicle we drive, there's no guarantee that something can happen.
Right.
So what happens once we get, if something would happen, how do we,
The
And
Mercedes
the other
Squad.
thing I feel is, get Steve's point, if it was him or I driving a new vehicle, yeah, I wouldn't, but you're doing stuff that, you know, could get into an accident with a chase or something like that, your chances are a little higher of something going wrong with a new car for you than a regular citizen.
right?
But given that aside, and I hear what both you and Steve are saying, you gotta look at it in the aspect too, if there was, our new squad was down and out, then what does that happen? What if we don't have a backup plan? Like he's stuck using his own car, and the same thing vice versa if it would happen in the future. I think it's a brilliant idea to have backup for those cities, especially if the cost is going to be split, and then the insurance system will be in those cities. So I will make a motion to approve to keep the squad.
We have a motion, do I have a second?
Were you gonna say something?
No, I was just gonna say we could at least try it for a while and
Right.
see what it goes and change your mind again.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a second. Is there any discussion on the motion? Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign.
Aye.
Motion passed 4-1.
The other thing I want to mention about that is that it is gonna be available for either Tammy or Bruce or any of them others to use too if they wanna go in a meeting or, you know, Bruce don't have to drive his truck down there with all the parts and everything in it. He can just grab the spot and go, it's gonna be unmarked, so. Hopefully we'll use it for multiple purposes, not just one. Yeah, it's a siren light, so you might wanna go fast.
Might be fun.
Just say you're from Pillager.
Moving on.
The other is the, I need council approval of my 2024 body camera, but it's BCA, it's audit report for our Axon cameras. State law requires that you have an independent audit done every 3 years, mandatory. They go through all our incidents, they go through, it explains it in there what all they do, and we got a good report back. Things are being done kosher. I'd just like somebody to make a motion to approve that if you don't have any other questions on that.
I'll make a motion to approve that.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Do I have a second? Is there any discussion on the motion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Right, and the last thing, it's Diggy Ticket. This kind of was thrown in my face, I was not happy about it, but as you know, a couple of months ago, we had approved Morrison County's record system going bye-bye, basically it's old and they're gonna change to a new record system. They've looked and shopped around and found a record system that costs $100,000 less than most of the others. So they went with, called Oracle system. That system, we signed it was approved and we signed a contract with them. Motley's got a little portion to pay. But what wasn't made clear to any of us is that they don't support our ticket rating. So now it's going to get this and say, we don't support, you have to hire, this is the company we support. They want money too now, so. So anyways, Little Falls, everybody's going to this one because we don't have an option. Somehow it got, apparently according to Little Falls chief, he knew about it, but none of the rest of us did. So somehow somebody didn't share that with us. But it's $1,700 to build the system, to build it. And when I mean building it, it's putting in all Motley's ordinances, or ordinance violation fines. Like right now, I can give an administrative fine ticket. Those are included in building that. And then we have a lot of forms that are online or are on the ORO system. And some of them need to be updated, like here's one, is a vehicle theft report, and if you look on the bottom, it says Morrison County Sheriff's Office. That should say Motley Police Department. The other thing is our fine amounts were approved at, I think they went up from 60 to 75, or 70, it was 70 or 75. Anyway, they went up different amounts. We've never went into the ticket, LED ticket, and changed those. The tickets still say 60 a month. So if we're gonna do this, this is probably a good time to change all that. Change
So
it.
they're entering all those? Or- Okay.
Yeah, they're entering all that specifically for each department. And, but there's a cost to it, $1,700 just to start out fee, and then they do a monthly fee after that, and I think it's $46.
46 total monthly.
And if you pay yearly, you get a discount of $22. Whoa. And I feel bad even coming saying something, but it's like, my hands are tied. Do I write citations or don't I? And if
Right.
going to this Oracle system, this is the only thing they support, kind of puts us in the middle of that.
I have two questions. Well, I guess you answered it. 1,700, that's a one-time. And maybe I'm a little slow. What actually is this, and is it mandatory?
So what it is if I want to write a citation to somebody speeding in town, this is who the new record system support. They don't support LETG anymore, because LETG is going bye-bye. So they're saying, this is who we have to go to, which is the cost to it. Or if I want to do, let's say, a city ordinance, somebody has an animal they're not supposed to know, and I give them a fine, this is who they are, is going to have it in the system, so when I do the fine, they take care of all where it's supposed to go, like the court. Like if
It's
I write
all
a speeding-
digital.
Yeah, all digital. If I write a speeding ticket, it goes all into the state of Minnesota. And
So there's really no other option.
there really isn't.
Less paper.
You're 100% true. It's like,
Mhm.
I don't like the way they did it, but I wasn't involved in the new Oracle record system either. Jason was to start with, and then he left. I never was involved in it actually, so I didn't do anything with it.
And it looks like they offer some training on it.
But they're gonna do training, they're gonna do, I think they're a good deal. I know they've been, Little Falls just asked me yesterday, did you get that signed? And I said, well, no, I mean, council will approve it first, so.
Mhm.
I think my opinion is that I don't know if my citation writing is gonna pay for it. I mean, but we'll find grants through Sourcewell next year, and we'll be kind of on top of that to try to help out with these costs, so.
You're looking for a motion to approve this then?
Correct.
We have a motion.
I will make a motion to approve the DigiTicket.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
So to save that $22 now.
Oh, we will, yeah.
It's $22.
Great. You 2 gallons again.
And that's all I got, guys.
Thank you, Al.
Thank you.
Anybody have anything else for Al? Moving on, public works.
Okay, reports on page 20. Small underneath meeting's done, we're down to 3rd.
Well, great job.
You're good there.
Yeah.
You'll get it done before snow flies.
The hydrant flushing is done, we did have to dig up the curb box over in Fourth, because when they put it in, they didn't, it's an outsized valve, they didn't have the right top for it, so it shifted off, and we couldn't turn the water off to change the water meters. We had to go. We spent the money, got it fixed. Good on sample results. Parks are winterized, we did sewer line behind the city hall here too. That, we had a camera last year, there was a couple holes in the top of it, and there was a sag in there where we dug it up, and there was quite a sag actually, probably about 4 inches, was holding the full pipe of water there, so that's probably why we had some freezing problems occasionally. We got it replaced, and when they bored the fiber in, they apparently lined it dead on. That's where the holes came from there. So you hit the top of it a couple times. So we got that fixed, and we should be good for. Is it Merrill's working right? No. Okay. Not maybe it was moving on, the slow charger gets the average usage on there. Was out supposed to look at the repair options, but I kind of complained to one of them, and their general manager, I guess it was, called or emailed me, and now I haven't heard back again, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. Any questions on that stuff?
How many meters there were?
If not, just an update on the sludge stuff on page 21. We spent money on bugs, like $60,000 on bugs, I guess it was last year, or over the course of last year. And then the stipulation was they would come back in exactly 1 year and they'll see what difference it made. Well, they came back in 1 year and their boat didn't work that day, so they made the year in a month. And it shows on here there's just over 2 inches removal on there. Don't seem like very much for that kind of money, but we start looking at 1.25 million to dredge it. Maybe it is, anything we took out of this, so we're not gonna have to deal with later. I don't know how I feel about that, but I did find another company that had some cheaper bugs. I did purchase some of them, and I'll try it a little bit for a while with their program.
What amount does it grow a year if you didn't, do you know about?
It depends on the year. That's kind of where I'm torn on this. Did the extra month help them or not? Because in March or May 5th of last year, we had a different type of sludge judgment done, and they came up with like 70 inches of sludge.
Okay.
Well, at this point, by August of that same year, it was down at 46 inches.
Yeah.
So over the course of the summer, we gained on it, but did they gain 2 more inches because of that, or
Yeah.
that's where I'm torn. I don't know how to. I mean, it might be fluffier stuff. It might be. I mean, we did see some bubbling and stuff, so
Sure.
indicating there's bug activity doing stuff out there. I like to see measurable results. I put this in and I get this back out. That's where I don't know.
So, pardon me interrupting, but with these new bugs that you bought, when will you be able to use them? Do you have to use up the old ones first before you?
The old ones are done.
Okay.
And the new ones we put in 18 pounds, 19 pounds on Friday.
Okay, so how soon do you expect to see anything like this? It's just hurry up and wait at this point?
Yeah, it's just like this. I don't know if it might be throwing money in the wind.
Mhm.
I would like to think that it's going to help in breaking stuff down, but whether it's going to be a measurable result, I don't know what it is. It's just like this one here. I thought this was going to be the ticket. And I would see 6 inches removable. Clearly it wasn't. And now this company came back after they gave me this report and said, we'll donate $4,200 worth of the super bug stuff.
There's always a catch to try to get you to stay.
Yeah, yeah, we donate it, but then how many more thousands of spend on your stuff?
It's not real.
I get the impression that some companies maybe very similar, but the same strains and stuff. Would be on, not quite half the price, so I'm tempted to give them a go, maybe put a little more of it in there. And see if it does make a difference.
Sure.
So that's kind of the direction I'm leaning right now, and that's why I did get some to get going. I might even back off this winter time because they say as the temperatures get cold, the bugs slow down. And then these guys say, well, they just go dormant, they set them on. With continuous flow through there, I'm thinking they're flowing right down to Missouri, and Missouri's getting better than them. Yeah. So that's where I'm going to slow down this winter as the temperatures get we're at 6 degrees Celsius right now, or 8 degrees Celsius. But as they get down closer to zero, I'll probably back off, and then maybe the springtime just hit hard as the temperatures come back. I can see some real results out of this.
Good for you for shopping around and finding a barrel price cheaper for probably sounds like could be the same strain of bug.
Yeah.
So this new strain of bugs that you got, how long will that supply that you got last? Just
A month.
okay.
It was $700 and some dollars. But they're feeding a lot less. We're only targeting 1 pound with this.
Sure.
Where then we were targeting 2 pounds.
You don't need us to take any action on anything.
Unless you want to, I mean, right now, it's kind of like chemicals, I don't necessarily get, but I just kind of wanted to give you a heads up of what's going on, and if you think I'm going the wrong direction, let me know.
Clearly, you're going the right direction and you're doing a great job.
I don't know,
Because-
because I'd like to see measurable results.
Right. Well, there's no way of really speeding it up, you just have to wait.
Yeah.
Thank you for this visual, it's really interesting stuff.
So approximately 50 grand for 2 inches, is that considered good or bad average? And the second question, is there an alternative to the bugs?
There is. We got estimates before,
That was my question.
where we dredge them out, landify them, and we pay for the dredge, the trucking, and all that stuff. And it was like $1.25 million to do it on 1 pond. And, you know, it's done, but then, we spend more money monitoring the field where it goes on to. And now with this PFAS stuff, I'm getting a little nervous about that. Because if there's a PFAS in there, we're going to contaminate the field, or we're going to be responsible for that field forever. Or do we look at land development? So I kind of like to hold out on that as long as I can until everything is sorted out with that stuff.
Sounds like a headache. And that hasn't been done since like 80s.
Yeah, it's never been done. It's on the news 88.
Oh, sure.
It's never been done, so it's taken a lot of years to build up to that. Get it knocked back down. So every bit we take out of there is that much less we have to remove if we do it mechanically.
Right.
So if we can get it knocked down that way, it's going to save us on the back. Whether it saves us enough to justify it, that you can tell you. Plugging away and trying it.
Great job, thank you, Bruce.
That's all I have. Unless there's something else.
Anybody have anything else for Bruce?
You already answered my water meter question, so.
Moving on. Administration Department.
Page 22 is the water usage spreadsheet. On page 23 is a letter from the Initiative Foundation requesting our yearly donation. It looks like we normally donate $410 per year to their foundation.
I see they need to update this here, the city clerk treasurer.
Yeah,
Initiative Foundation asking for a donation of $410. Anybody want to make a motion on that?
I didn't really get a chance to read what exactly this is allotted
for,
And we can't use 10% money for that, no.
I don't know.
We are, I don't want to speak.
I can look into that. I would definitely.
well, they reinvested in the community, but they also other communities, so that's something we'll have to take a look at.
You're right. Yeah, the 10% fund should stay in our community.
I think so, but.
Well, the training we had just yesterday alone, I think paid, that didn't pay for what we treated with Ruth and I and her.
Sure.
Did a good training.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve
I have a
the
motion.
donation.
Do I have a second? I will second it. Any discussion on the motion?
I apologize for the stall. I was just reading the last part of this letter to clarify to myself that they reinvest an average of $4.37 back to the community
Yeah.
research. So,
Yeah.
nope, that's all I had. Just wanted to see what it more entailed.
Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
We're currently using Banyan for our payroll module, which all the rest of our accounting is done through CTAS. And so when I do payroll for Banyan, then I have to take those numbers and transfer it to CTAS. And we pay $800 a year for the payroll module for Banyan. When it's already offered in CTAS, which if we own, we pay for it once and we don't pay for it anymore. So I would like to, at the end of the year, stop using Banyan for payroll and start using CTAS. And I'd like council permission for that.
Well, that clearly makes sense because I make a motion to approve using CTAS rather than Banyan for payroll.
Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Any discussion on the motion?
So then that would save us the $800 because we're already paying the other person.
Yes. And the other, Banyan's on $800 per year. CTAS, we bought once for like $300 and some dollars in 2022. They keep doing updates. It's a state, the state audit, or the state put out the program. So it's a Minnesota program for small cities and towns. And they have great support. You call them, they answer the phone.
Yeah, makes sense. And saves you time.
Yes.
Any
It's
other
easier to
discussion?
work with, for sure.
All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
And it has been brought to my attention that I am supposed to be filing this report. It's called EMMA, and that stands for Electronic Municipal Market Access. And that, because of the 3 of the bonds that we have to report our annual audit on EMMA each year. I tried doing it myself, I got a little overwhelmed, it's just too new for me, so I reached out to David Drone, and they're the ones who help with our bonds, the financial advisors. Anyway, they said for 95% of their customers, they do these reports for them. They charge $300 per report that they have to file, but they cap it at $750. We have 3 bonds that we need to report on. So it would be $750 to have them do the reporting. So I would like permission to go ahead and have them do these reports for us.
So they do the 3 reports and file it, or do you file it?
No, they take care
They
of it.
take care of all of it, okay.
For $750, I'll do all 3.
Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Do we have a second?
Who seconded that?
Any discussion on the motion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you, Tammy.
Okay. Anybody have anything else for Tammy? If not, moving on to old business. Update on council laptops.
Council all has their laptops, and if they're all set up, and Janae took care of all that. I think she did great, and if anybody needs any help with anything, she's willing to help you. Just bring it in or call her or whatever you need. So you should have your laptops, bags, mouse pads.
Mouse pad.
Yeah.
It's a new
And
breed.
your emails on there. Does anybody have any questions about the laptops?
Next item, update on keyless entry system.
Do you want me to talk about it? You want me to? Well, the keyless entry system, it's installed. We were given 10 fobs, which look like this. And the fobs were programmed to have access to the whole building. Then we were given 50 cards. And those have zones. We could choose, one zone is the city hall, which is this area, the front door and here. The other zone is the fire department, and then the third zone is access to the entire building. It was unexpected that Janae and I would have to make these decisions on who gets what and what zones. I mean, the key, the locks committee, we weren't able, it was really quick, we weren't able to consult the council or the committee, so we just made these decisions. So what we did was with the 10 fobs, initially what we wanted to do was give the 5 full-time employees fobs and then the 5 council fobs. But Al needed 2, that left us short 1 fob to give to the council. So then we went with the cards. And so we gave the council each a card, but that only gives them access to the front door and into here. So we just made that decision without consulting anybody because we had to do something, but they can be changed. Janae has the software on her computer, and she was trained on how to program everything. Bruce is supposed to be trained on it as well. He got minimal training, but he can get more, and he has the manual, so he can figure it out how to change that. So I guess we just need to know, was our decision okay with everybody? Would you like to see it done differently? The fire department has access only to the back door and then this area.
By the sounds of it, you did everything just fine. I mean, what purpose do we as city council members have to go in any other space than what we're already authorized to do? I mean,
Anytime we need to, you know, they,
yeah, we don't need to get back behind yours and Janae's and Al's space. There's no reason for that. We just need in here and in here. In the bathrooms, obviously,
but the fire department has access to this room, so.
Yes, and
Okay, so
the
they're
fire
looking-
chief does have access back there, so he can get in as well.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I think it's.
Yeah, I strongly disagree. I think the council should have the fob to get in that door to go see Al and Tammy. I think it's very important to me. That's the way it should be.
I forgot to add, we did also give the mayor a fob, and we made that decision for in case of an emergency. I mean, they would contact Al, Bruce, and the mayor.
And that's for the mayor.
Yeah,
So if Dennis was mayor, he would have one.
correct.
Okay.
So right now, this card just gets me in,
The front
Front
door
door
and
and this
that
one.
door.
Okay.
And then you can, you know,
Yeah.
go to the bathroom and into
yeah.
the entryway there, through the bathroom.
How much are it? I mean, I can give up my other fob if I need to, but.
We can order
I
extra.
was gonna say, how much would it cost for an extra fob?
I don't know, and we might be able to deal with them, I don't know, I'm not, I.
He was
wasn't
pretty,
in on that.
yeah, he was pretty generous in giving us enough for all the fire department. He said, I'll just throw them all in and didn't charge us.
And the thing is with.
So it's worth asking.
Okay,
I can
and
ask.
with the fob, like, if you had fob and key card, we could, program your card for all access.
Oh,
You know, so you have one fob and one card, that would be, does that work? We still are short one because Brad has one.
can
Can
you
you do
program
the
the
same with Steve's card program?
I believe so, I believe the keys, the cards can be, I wasn't really involved in any of the setup of them other than that decision.
Sure. But Jimmy would.
And Bruce,
I don't know, I'm the impression you can do it.
I did ask her this morning and she said she, yes, but I wasn't real confident, yes, so. I think we could do whatever we want, we just might need to call IPS for some support. I'm not sure.
First of all, I'm 100% Al. Everything, I'm very happy. Just for curiosity, why do you need two?
So, I have one on my uniform keys, and then sometimes there's incidents where I either forget my phone, and I'm already undressed, and I'm maybe going somewhere, and I go, well, I gotta stop